Hey, are you bored of the limited lighting options in your Minecraft survival world? Are you sick of braving the most dangerous environments just to add a little bit of accent to your home's decor? Are you tired of having to build a massive farm to get the resources you want? Well, worry no more, friend, because the future is here. And the future is Froglights. And now, you too can have an unlimited supply of Froglights. For the low price of finding a Bastion and 25 easy installments of powder snow buckets, I'll teach you the secret so you can reach out to 3 of your friends who will hire 3 of their friends who will get 3 of their friends to get 3 of their friends to send chain letters. Okay, pyramid schemes and jokes aside. Today, I'm here to show you a specific version of a Froglight farm that I'm building in my own Lessons in Hardcore Minecraft world. Note that this farm is built on Java Edition, but should work the same in Bedrock as well. Also, please keep in mind that this farm is different from a Basalt Delta Froglight farm, and this farm is also meant to be a simple variant if you found a magma cube spawner. So here are the details you want to know before you get started. First off, you'll need a magma cube spawner. This farm requires the Bastion Remnants treasure room because they generate a magma cube spawner. If you haven't found one, there are alternative builds you can still use. I'll put some links in the description. And of course, frogs. You can bring the frogs here before or after, but either way, you'll need to get them through the nether to your farm. I recommend planning out a safe route or making one, and clearing out the bastion before beginning. Powder snow. I personally prefer collecting the snow from snowy peaks biomes, but it is possible to collect the snow with cauldrons and other biomes, just far more tedious. And finally, you'll want plenty of iron and wood. I recommend this as a more mid to late game farm because of the preparation materials. Having an iron farm will allow you to easily collect a large amount of iron needed for the no minecart version that I'll be making here. For the materials you'll need 1 or more chests, hoppers, 122 for the version I'm building today, but you may choose a different collection system such as a hopper minecart if you prefer, 25 buckets of powder snow, and about 352 building blocks. This is based on 4 walls 11 blocks wide and 8 blocks tall, though you will likely already have a partial wall to work with. These blocks can be almost anything you like, but keep in mind that gas can spawn in this room, so if you use blocks that are flammable or have low blast resistance, you will need to be extra careful. Additionally, some temporary blocks may be helpful, but you can also use your building blocks for this. And finally, you may choose to add some carpets. I will in mine, and it will take me 121 of them. Since I'm building this in my Hardcore series world, I've already done some of the steps. Remember, this room generates filled with lava and loot, so you'll need to clear it out, at least in the farm area. Additionally, even if you haven't cleared the whole bastion, at least make sure there are no lingering piglin broods in this massive room, especially if your survivor world is in hardcore. So with the room ready, you can choose to disable the spawner, but unfortunately it can't be done with light. It has to be done by filling the area with blocks. So since this is being done in my hardcore survivor world, I am just going to deal with the magma cubes. The first thing I'm going to do is find the center here, and I'm going to dig out an 11 by 11 area underneath. So I don't know, maybe blocking this off would be worth your time. Now with the center dug out, it's time to decide where you want the chest to go. In my case, I think I'm going to come straight from the middle. I'm going to dig out 1 block there, dig out a couple more over here, and I am going to probably go ahead and fill in some more lava just to make sure this is nice and safe. It's time to put in our chest and start placing our hoppers. Now, mind you, it is entirely possible to do this with minecarts with hoppers. So you will need to fill the floor with hoppers. So fill the floor with hoppers, ensuring that they all point towards wherever you chose to have your output chest. For me personally, I find it simplest to just go down the spine and then point all hoppers toward the middle. So optionally, you can cover these with carpets. It is by no means necessary, but if you like a clean look, you can do that as well. I think I will probably do that real quick. I don't specifically have to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and frame the outer 2 layers of this farm, which will help me in placing the next blocks. But once those are placed down, then starting from the center, we can begin placing our powder snow. So we're going to find the center, and we're actually going to go over 1 block. We're going to place a row of our temporary blocks, and then we're going to go over 1 more block, and we're going to do the same thing there, and then we're going to do the same thing over on this side. Now, finding the center again, you can begin placing your powder snow. With 25 buckets, you're going to place at every other block. And when we get to the end, I'll show you what that pattern looks like. It's very simple. When you finish 1 row, just take out your temporary blocks, move on to the next row. So now, as we begin removing our temporary blocks, the snow here is going to freeze the magma cubes. From here on out, it's just a matter of filling up the edges, again with our building blocks. Now, whether or not you choose to enclose off the top of your farm is really up to you. And now, of course, it's time to bring our frogs into the farm. We are going to need to dig a little hole in the side here so that we can step back in for a moment. Come on, guys. Come on. Alright, let's close our wall back up here. are already rolling. Now the last thing that you can do, I definitely recommend making what I call an AFK closet. The idea is a place where no mobs are going to shoot at you, no Endermen are going to teleport into, and it's close enough that your spawner is going. Alright, and there we go. Now it's time to run a 15-minute test, and we'll see what kind of rates we're getting out of this farm. Okay, so it has been 15 minutes. So let's pull these all out. So as you can see, in a matter of 15 minutes, we have 1, 2, 3. We have nearly 5 stacks of froglights if we ignore the colors. It looks like our green frog was a little bit more active. Here's how the math works out. We collected 307 froglights in 15 minutes. That's over 1,200 per hour. Not bad. Keep in mind you can also use any amount of colors of frogs. It won't change your rate. One frog is really enough, but it would change the balance of the individual colors that you get. Although this design does take some resource investment, it is pretty efficient and quick and simple to build other than working around an active spawner. It's also important to note that there are other players who have come up with powder snow and spawner froglight farms, so this may not be the best variation, but it still fills an important place as an accessible way to have renewable froglights. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to comment with possible tweaks, questions, or links to other froglight farm types. This is about sharing ideas, so I welcome shares to other creators' great solutions. Thanks for watching. Yep, new gas could spawn in here. Oh, don't forget that I told you.